Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic and esoteric enthusiast for over 35 years. In this video, we're going to be talking about who were the Anunnaki? Are they sky gods from the stars or rulers of a forgotten history that predates our civilization? Were they aliens or really advanced humans? We're going to explore that when I come right back. Welcome back, my tarot maniacs and weirdos. Let's talk about the Anunnaki. I know everyone has some questions about them. Are they the aliens that populated this world to make us a slave force to mine gold for them? Or are they actually gods from above? Or are they just advanced humans? Did they just have a really advanced society here? And we are kind of the de-evolution of it. We're like the trailer park of the universe. I know. So I still don't have a really good alien deck. So if you guys know a really good alien deck, drop it down below, because I am just about ready to design my own and make a single copy for myself, because I am sick of not having a deck that doesn't have cute little aliens in it. But I'm kind of torn. I don't know if they would be like really kind of AI, funky, realistic aliens, or if they would be like the cute little like 1950s aliens. So let me know what you think. So let's talk a little bit about the Sumerians. We're going to go back a little bit. So the ancient Sumerians of Mesopotamia gave us cuneiform writing, irrigation systems, and a calendar. Yet they claimed that they didn't invent any of those things. They said that the Anunnaki taught it to them. So we're going to pull up the card view. We're going to ask some questions about this and other parts. Before I pull up the cards, I want to remind everybody I'm still having my $99 sale for the entire summer. So you can book anytime in the future if you want to book your appointments for the year. I've had a number of clients that have done that. Or if you just want to dip in and have a first time chance with me, see what it's all about, you can do that at the link down below. Also, while I have my wrist up, we are still an ambassador for Otter Spirit, which is an amazing genuine crystal company. They have AAA rated crystals, beautiful necklaces, beautiful bracelets. You can stack them. You can collect as many as you want. They have earrings, they have rings, and best of all of their purchases will donate to support the otters in Monterey Bay. So it's a great product, great cause, and definitely is raising some vibrations. When you go on the site, there are monthly bundles that you can purchase at an amazing discount. And you can also get you can do searches with your birthstone, with your chosen gemstone, your sun sign, or your intention. So if you want to be calmer, be more peaceful, give a little love, hold some things off, you can go through all of their search engines and you can find something really cool for yourself. So I am in love with this company right now. I get a lot of requests to partner up with different companies, and this is the first one that I accepted because it was the first one and the only one that has really said to me, yes, this is something that you guys would like and something that I can get behind. Love the product, love the company. Go check them out. There's a 20% off code in the description as well, so you can let them know that you heard it from me. So let's talk a little bit about these Sumerians. I'm going to bring up the card view. As always, when I do that, please hit the like button, because this is the time for you to hit the like button. Whoop. And there we go. We're going to make this nice and big for you. So did the Sumerians actually receive knowledge from an external, non-human resource? So the Sumerians, did they actually receive that knowledge from an external non-human resource? Are you ready? I'm going to say yes, because there was quite the struggle for development. So if the Anunnaki were watching us from afar, they were watching us kind of slog through the mud, maybe climb out of the primordial soup. They were watching us really struggle, and very sad about that indeed. And so they came with gestures of blessing. So, did not expect that. So, was this to help us advance? And I got a bunch of cards that flew out all over the place. Was it to help us advance faster than what our dummy selves were doing? Yes. Queen of Wands. They wanted to hasten the process. They wanted to give us the tools so that we could move ahead. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, the name Anunnaki means those who came from heaven. Anu means sky. Na came. Ki is earth. Some ancient tablets do describe the Anunnaki as descending in fiery chariots. So we do have the Eric Don Vanek. I can't say it. Von Daniken, not Don Vanaken. Von Daniken book, Chariots of Fire. You can learn a lot about the Anunnaki in those books. Very, very, he has a series, so you will go from one book to the next. But were the Anunnaki terrestrial visitors from another star system? It's a yes or no question. Ready? Oh, yes, but I do think that they were already here. I do think that that Four of Pentacles means dug into the earth, dug into the foundations. They were already here. Are they still here? Let's just find out. You ready? I think they come and go. I do think they come and go. I think we can expect them to come back maybe one day. Stick around. So let's talk about ancient DNA experiments. So the Epic of Atrahasis, I think I'm saying that right, tells of the Anunnaki creating humans by mixing divine essence with primitive beings. It sounds familiar to CRISPR gene editing. Did the Anunnaki genetically engineer early humans? This would be certainly giving us the tools to get our act together. Humans are always a little slow to learn, don't you think? Let me know what you think. Are humans slow to learn? Put it in the comments down below. Yes. 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 So what's very interesting is that I did some reading, and there's a lot of information about typo negative. And I have a child that has typo negative blood. So that is allegedly part of the Anunnaki. So my baby boy might be a little bit alien. So here we did not have enough of the genetic material. It needed a little bit of boost, a little bit of spice. This is like having, ground beef without any taco seasoning in it. Here we came together, and then they developed a new sort that was much more capable and in the upright wild. So now we're going to talk about gold. There's gold in those hills. So the gold obsession, and I referenced that in the beginning. Ancient stories claim that the Anunnaki came to Earth to mine gold to save their home planet atmosphere. Was Earth's gold truly harvested by off-world beings? And if so, is it still happening now? Let's handle the first part of that question. Was gold truly harvested by off-world beings? Let's see what we got. A long time ago. I don't think they're still doing it, but let's see. This looks to me as if they really did overmine it. Now, is that the reason why gold was so valuable at one point and a commodity? We're not backed by the gold standard anymore. And if you guys are following me, you'll know that in my predictions for potential disasters happening here in the United States, I did say something about a stone building that looked kind of like a church in New York that I believe there are some gold stores. I believe they did hide some gold under there, possibly from that government, the U.S. Reserve. So I don't think that the money that backed our, or the gold that backed our money once upon a time is where it's supposed to be. I think it has been shuffled around, split up, and broken up into different groups so that it is preserved, possibly so the Anunnaki don't come and take it. But the rarity of gold, I do think, is because it was leaving the planet. And according to this, yes, they mined, got plenty of it. And here it became too much. They did overmine. They had a lot of things that they did. And ultimately, the resources, there's not enough resources for them to be excited about. Is there gold further below the surface, further below than what mankind, not Anunnaki kind, but further than what mankind can get to? And I am saying yes right now. I do think that we have layers. That layer is totally overdone. The middle layer, just below the surface, there's still some yield there. Then there's nothing again. And then 3, we are going to see more layers underneath, but I think they're going to be very difficult to get to. I do think there is trouble in mining those because we just don't have the kind of mining equipment that would allow us to get to that. So for now, this surface layer, this is where we get our gold from now. And there still is some here just below the old tapped out layer. And then this, if they go further than this, if humans go further than this secondary level, they're going to say, nah, there's nothing there. We're not going to do it. But when we come together right now, Anunnaki, we come together with the Anunnaki, we can find a third level that is going to be detectable but not accessible until we develop some better mining equipment. Do we need the Anunnaki to do that? Will that happen? I think that they are going to say, we really can't use you guys. You guys really can't withstand the pressure, and we don't need you down there. So no gold for you. No gold for you. So I think they'll wind up keeping it for themselves. So just for fun, is that going to start a war between us and the Anunnaki? They're quite large. I want you guys to know that. So definitely quite large. Kind of something about them reminds me of the diva in The Fifth Element. Something about the diva, which I think they got right. She actually sang that song. If you haven't seen that, she actually sang that song. Come together right now, Anunnaki. So will it start a war? 4 of Cups. If it does start a war, we're going to be taken out of the equation very quickly. They are going to put a boot on our neck pretty fast and just say, we're not doing this. Mine. There's a lot of mine energy in that mine. So let's talk about some pyramids now, guys. So from Egypt to Mesopotamia to China, advanced pyramid building societies have appeared globally. They often claim their gods have come from the sky. Now, there's lots of different philosophies on this. We do have the Tesla theory, not typically called that, but that they were potentially an energy generating system, grid system that allowed everyone to share in a naturally created energy force and that they were projected to each other. Some people do say that it was just a messaging system so that different continents could communicate with each other. There's lots of different things. Zahi Hawass, the antiquities director in Egypt, doesn't want to hear any of this nonsense from people like me. So, he is sticking to the canon theories and timelines of the Sphinx and the pyramids and whatnot. So I think other cultures are reluctant to get on board with redating, not predating, but redating these civilizations. So were these civilizations, we're talking about Mesopotamia, the Aztecs, China, all of the Bangor Wat, all of these amazing pyramid structures. Were these civilizations, we're asking as a collective, were these civilizations influenced by a human race, by an advanced race? Were the civilizations influenced, were the humans that were there influenced by some kind of special folk? No, they were actually the children. Again, this is an influence that steps in because we were just the itty bitty children who didn't know what to do. We couldn't get out of our own stinking way, getting eaten by jaguars in the jungle and that kind of stuff. So we did not want that generosity. We were, and specifically in the Aztec South American cultures, they were very averse to those fiery chariots from the sky, very afraid. They had to be convinced to accept the help of these off-worlders. And they were told that if you accept this help, you will be given the keys to freedom, keys to a better world. So there we go. Now, just for fun, was that an older civilization here on the planet? Were they just an older civilization that was established here? Older civilization, possibly off-world, but were they here before? Antediluvian. Yes. 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 They had to wait to repopulate. So I do think that if you don't know anything about the Younger Dryas period, that was a freezing and warming and freezing and warming. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Hang on, guys. My computer just did something nuts. Hopefully no one's hacking in here. So the freezing and warming created an interesting effect. We possibly had solar events. People had to go underground. It's possibly why Göbekli Tepe had to be buried by the people who built it immediately after they built it. It's possibly why we have the cliff residing people in the western part of the United States. Lots of neat stuff, guys. We were going to be cellar dwellers. If it wasn't a solar event, we would have to be cellar dwellers. So crazy stuff. So Sitchin, Zachariah Sitchin, his translation, though controversial, Sitchin claimed that the Sumerian tablets speak of Niburu, a distant planet with a 3,600 year orbit, and its inhabitants are the Anunnaki. So Niburu may be coming back again, guys. Is it real? Is Niburu real? Is it real? Are we going to turn the beat around? Love to see destruction. Anunnaki now. Are they coming back? Yes, they are. Oh boy, they're gonna kick us to the curb and make us subjugate. Sorry, guys, I got caught up in it. So, yeah, I do think that we're going to see Niburu again. Will it be in my lifetime? I'm old as dirt. Oh, yes. Woo! I turned into Ric Flair. We are going to see it in my lifetime. I'm 53 years old. So, guys, do the math on that. We got a few years. We are definitely going to see a return of the phantom planet with the Anunnaki. And I do think that they are going to hop on off. They're going to skip over onto our little island in the universe, and they're going to put us back in our place. They're going to go, you, and you sit down. We're going to take care of things. So, like I said, I do think that there is a lower level of gold that they are going to have to mine, and we just don't have the ability to do it. And we're not going to be any help. We're just going to get in the way, like a little kid trying to help his dad build a house. So, next chapter. The gods intermarried with the humans. Ancient texts suggest the Anunnaki interbred with humans, and it echoes the myths of the Nephilim or divine human hybrids. So, are some modern humans, like my typo negative kid, are some modern humans descendants of Anunnaki? Yeah. Yeah. So what happens to those descendants when they return? They are going to pull them out of that upper echelon leadership role, but they're going to do that to all of us. There is going to be a little bit of breeding experimenting going on. Maybe not experimenting, but they're going to make some adjustments to that DNA. They're going to capitalize on the DNA because at this point it has been watered down to a certain extent. And I do want to tell you that if they do return, there's going to be a process where they can kind of refine the DNA that's already there, that's already embedded in them, in these humans. So it's almost like they make it swell up, they make it bigger. So it's going to be pretty cool. So the Anunnakian story also includes a massive flood meant to wipe out humanity, which mirrors the biblical flood story of Atlantis. Most cultures have a flood story. Most of them, a lot of them match up. So in terms of timing, did the Anunnaki civilization exist before the flood? Yes, but I don't think that it was a primarily terrestrial civilization. It's aliens. Aliens. Step to the right. There. Here, wait. We'll make it big. Make it big so everybody can see. Gregopedia and Raven. There's Raven. Hi, Raven. Raven's like, I want to be on YouTube. Thank you, Greg. Thank you for wearing the right shirt. So, yes, but I don't think that the Anunnaki civilization, just prior to the flood, was really embedded and heels in here. I think they were kind of off world. We were probably an outpost kind of thing. I think that it was a limited culture that they had there. Was the Anunnaki civilization the Atlanteans? Was it the Atlanteans? We're going to look at Lemurians too. Not same as the Atlanteans. It was not the Atlanteans. Anunnaki and Atlanteans were not the same. What were the Atlanteans? Were they just an advanced civilization? Advanced humans? Are they advanced humans? Yes, they're advanced humans. Did they have Anunnaki DNA? No. No, it really was a human thing, guys. So Atlanteans, human. So speaking of descendants, I want you guys to tune in tomorrow. That'll be on Saturday. I want you to tune in because I am going to be talking about one of my ancestors. We're going to do a reading on one of my ancestors, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's actually a fairly famous person. I just found out about this one, so we'll do a little examination. So let's talk about technology that's been lost in time. Ancient stories describe flying machines, energy weapons, cosmic maps, crystal databases, all of those things. So did the Anunnaki leave behind hidden technologies? And are they buried or protected from discovery at this time? So did the Anunnaki leave behind hidden technologies? Yes. Now, I do want to focus on crystals at the moment, not just because I have an ambassadorship with Otter Spirit, and they are 100% genuine crystals, AAA grade. You can go over there and hit the link down below. Use my code Fortune20, and you'll get 20% off.
Nice transition.
It was a nice transition. Thank you very much. So maybe you'll get a crystal that has been programmed to something in the Anunnaki. So, did the Anunnaki leave behind charged crystals? No. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. So they did, in my opinion, they wiped the slate clean on all of these things. So that's good news, because you can always charge your crystals with intention or memories, those kinds of things. You can always do that. Like I said, Otter Spirit, you can shop for crystals according to intention or your sun sign or just the gemstone that you like. You can just do it that way. Very, very cool.
Did the Anunnaki have interaction with the Dohan people in Africa?
All right, so we're going to do a random question from Greg. Did the Anunnaki have interaction with the Dogon people in Africa? No.
Did they bless the rains in Africa?
Did they bless the rains in Africa? No. So we'll have to do that at another time. So, final question here. Were the Anunnaki actual beings that visited Earth? Were they actual beings that visited Earth? This says no, but are they the symbolic representation of an advanced pre-human civilization that has been lost to time? Yes, that is it. Are they actually off-world beings? Yes. Wild. So that, if we can conclude, means that our civilizations here on Earth were an improved DNA, a better specimen, and they had the technological capability to leave the planet. They were also much, much larger, in my opinion. Like I said, looks like the diva from The Fifth Element. So that is really curious. So I do think that this is a super breed of human-like character, human-like being, but a super breed that was hyper intelligent, hyper capable, and able to leave the planet. So wild, wild stuff. I believe this is not the end of this story. So fun, fun, fun. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Anunnaki, what you think about aliens, what you think about Atlantis, Lemuria, any of the pre-Diluvian alleged antediluvian?
That's the proper term.
Well, I know antediluvian, but
anti is before.
I know what anti means.
Then why did you use it?
Because I had used it already.
Oh, okay. So you're going to make up words now?
Luxuriate. So let me know in the chat, in the comments, what you guys think about the Anunnaki. Are you worried that they're going to come back? Are you hoarding your gold someplace? I mean, I'll hand them my gold. I'm not really worried about that. But I do think it's yellow gold that they want. I don't think it's white gold. So let me know what you think. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. When you guys get this, I am going to be partying my butt off for my cousin's engagement party. We have one of my favorite cousins has gotten engaged. She's much, much younger than me, but she is beautiful and she is engaged to an amazing dude who's ginormous. Maybe he's an Anunnaki.
I don't think so.
He's like 6'5".
Yeah, but he's only got like a 29-inch inseam or something. They're all by.
Wow, is that true? How do you know that?
What,
Why do you know what an inseam is like?
because your mother was talking about.
That's really weird. That's a weird fun fact for you to know about him.
Well, that's your mother. About it.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you're having a great weekend. If you are celebrating the independence of the United States of America, God bless America. I will see you guys in the future.